Welcome to episode 96 of the Current Backloggers. The date is March 10th, Mario Day. I'm your host, KCP, along with my good friend and co-host, Cody G, and my raw dog and ally, Ryan.
No, thank you. I said didn't like that one.
Well, that guy messed up the first time. I was raw dogging. That just sounds dirty.
It still sounds dirty.
Oh, we're here for another three-man show. It's been a while. First time ever with Ryan.
It's been a while.
Yeah. How's it going, Ryan?
It's going good, bud.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Yep. It's a little weird being remote. It's like takes me back to COVID days.
Like a CNN interview, huh? Even
Yeah.
got your blurred background, perfect setup.
Definitely. I got my. You've heard of the AK-47?
Ooh,
This is the AK-48 mic
that
stand.
actually what it's called?
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea. Cody, how's it been? It's been forever.
It's been a while. It's been a few weeks. 6 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
You gained 2 subscribers since I've been gone.
Well, what do you expect when you're gone? You know?
That's right,
Yeah.
dude.
They'll probably be gone after this episode airs.
Oh, I was thinking the other way. We would have had like 20 more.
Oh. Yeah, that too.
Well, what have you been up to, Cody? We can start with you. It's been a while.
Just work and home. Home and work.
Yeah.
I did hurt my elbow in the gym, so I think it's a sign I should stop going.
You're working out again, eh?
We have a free gym at work that I go to.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's.
You gonna flex for us?
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I can't really flex this one. It's
Oh, is that bad?
no, just right here.
How'd you hurt it?
This is a gym caught on fire, and I had to pull everybody out.
Okay.
He was lifting so many weights that the flames just shot out, and there was like several orphanages of people.
That sounds like a real
No,
story.
I don't know. I think it was like this machine, whatever this one's called. I don't know what they're called. I look like a fool in there. I have to stop and read the directions on all of them. But it was definitely arm day. And I pulled something right in here.
When was this?
A couple days ago.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm an expert
Yeah, it's
with
not
these
too
kind of
painful.
injuries.
That's right, dude. You physical therapy and EKGs or whatever you call them.
EGDs.
Wow, look at you remember.
Yeah, I looked up the full name of it. No wonder why they call it an EGD. I don't even know how you say that. That's so. I'm not even gonna try. But
What was it called? EGD?
Yeah.
I can't even remember the acronym. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's not happening. I like how it's one word too.
so
Whoa.
I don't know. Esophagus strataduskinoscopy.
God, I wish they said that to me.
That's quite the word.
Ryan, what have you been up to? It hasn't been very long since we've seen you, but
No, just
Oh.
a couple days. Been doing a whole lot of nothing really. The weather's been quite erratic here. Today was I look outside and it's like blowing snow. Looked like we were back in the middle of winter, and then it's supposed to be 70 again this week. So
most of the week, so should seem to start
Yeah.
normalizing. Just in time for New York.
that's right. Hopefully we have good weather. Fingers crossed.
Oh man. So nothing exciting though?
No, I have a funny story I could tell. If you
Definitely,
want
let's
to
hear it.
do that. So I got pizza Friday night,
Okay.
and I went to Frankie's in Gahanna, and order pizza, go and pick it up, and I'm like just getting ready to leave the door, and the guy's like, let me make sure I get it right because I wrote down what he said exactly.
Yeah.
said, "I don't get all the hate." And I was like backing out the door, getting ready to leave. It's like, it's kind of like, what was that? And that's where I made the mistake. I shouldn't have said that because he hooked me with that. So he's like, "Yeah, I just don't get all the hate around pineapple on pizza."
I do.
I'm like,
Makes sense.
I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then he wouldn't let me leave. It was like 5 minutes of him ranting about. He's like, it's got a lot of hate for no reason and going on and on and on. It's like, dude, I just want to go home and my pizza was getting cold, and so I just want to go home and eat this pizza. Leave me alone. I'm not here to talk about pineapple on pizza.
I feel like he probably didn't just have to get that off his chest. He probably said it to almost everybody in there.
Yeah, it seemed like it was odd because it was Friday night, but they were really slow, surprisingly. I think he was just bored.
Similar thing happened to me at the McDonald's drive-thru today. Some guy, there's two people working the drive-thru, and he was ranting to his coworker about how the new middle class is doctors because people have gotten so rich that the middle class is now doctors. And then he opened the window mid-rant, and he's like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "Is that your order?" I was like, "Yeah, that's it." Man, I tell you, middle class now is doctors. I thought he still just talked to the guy. And he's just holding the receipt until I answer. I was like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Here you go, man. Have a good day." Oh, guess I'm part of this conversation now. So I guess people are just wanting to get shit off their chest for no reason to people they don't know.
Well, at least both of them are talking about such prolific things. Who would have thought?
Well, I've been up to a little more,
Let's hear it.
Working, physical therapy as normal. No exciting stories there this time.
No T-Swift dance party with the 7-year-old.
That sounds out of context so terrible, and it didn't happen. But me and Danielle went with a couple of our friends, Brittany and Danny Boy, to open mic at a place called The Attic here, which is a really cool venue. It opened a couple of years ago. First time I've been there, it kind of blew up because Dave Chappelle randomly went there and played there like 6 times. But it holds like 100 people, and it's usually no names, and now starting to get some traction because he started showing up there. But it was an open mic night, so it could have went real bad. But most of them were actually genuinely funny. I was kind of shocked. But the venue was really cool. It was literally cool, too. It's cold as shit. And then underneath it was Mikey's. So very cool in theory, but I think me and Cody have told Mikey stories on here. Mikey's Late Night Slice.
Nasty.
Yeah, smells delicious. The people are usually rude for no reason.
Yeah.
Of course, I hyped it up, and then the guy was nice as could be when we all went in there. So the pizza still looked terrible, though, so I didn't get any of that. But it was if you like that place, fucking awesome to have pizza underneath a comedy place like that. Really cool setup.
Yeah.
And
I wonder how their cashiers feel about pineapple on pizza.
I'm gonna join open mic night, and that's gonna be my whole bit.
Just your pineapples.
Yeah, you should go up to the cashiers and be like, "Do you know doctors are the new middle class?" And just walk off.
One girl, I think besides this girl, everybody was good to really good at the open mic. There's this one girl that spent her entire 5 to 10 minutes telling the same joke about how she loved the Subway's mayonnaise so much that she tried to buy it in bulk, and that was the whole joke. But she just explained it for way too long until they started flashing the light. And all right, that's it, guys. Thanks for having me. And I was like, that was you spent your entire segment talking about how you wanted mayonnaise. Where's the joke at?
Was it like an anti-humor kind of thing?
No, I think she seemed really awkward. I think she was
just didn't land.
Yeah, I think she was just like, this is getting funny, and then she was like, oh, it's not funny, and just stuck with it instead, jumping to something else.
That's probably the only thing she prepared. So
yeah,
she was ride or die in that one joke.
Oh, there was also this whole group of people in front of us. I don't even think they were trying to heckle. I think they were just so drunk and trying to have a good time, but they were just talking the entire time, having conversations with themselves, having conversation with the comedians, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. I get if you were working, like if you're a comedian, I would have been so pissed at these people. But being in the crowd and seeing the tension between these random people getting more and more drunk and more talkative and thinking they were the funniest people in the world and trying to insert themselves into their jokes was fucking awesome. For you guys, Danielle said it was like Adam Dickin was with us. And they were right in front of us too, so it probably looked like they were like in our group. It was fucking great. Like you could tell it was building up, but most comedians weren't acknowledging it or trying to play it off or like let them joke with them. But this guy made a joke about Joe Biden and a joke about Donald Trump, and then one of these guys in the crowd was like, "What about Hunter Biden?" And the comedian was like, "What about him?" Hunter Biden. Man, don't fucking ruin my joke. And I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
And then I think the comedian felt bad because at the end of the set, he's like, "Man, I'm just fucking with man. Have a good night." But I think he's like, "Oh shit, I kind of went off on that guy." At the same time,
that's funny that they let, I don't know, maybe it's just open mic thing. They let hecklers just go.
yeah, I don't know if it was because you could. It didn't seem like they were trying to be assholes. I think they were just way too drunk and trying to have a good time. So I think they were maybe trying to just let it roll. It didn't seem like they came in there to try and be douchebags. Came in there to. They even said it was a bro night out, and they seemed like straight bros, and it was a great time though.
There's a really good Jamie Kennedy documentary called Heckler.
Oh yeah.
Just let's see, it's got Louis Anderson, Chris Angel for some reason,
Oh god.
Doug Benson, Roseanne Barr. It's Dave Attell, Louis Black. Basically, Uwe Boll's in it too. It's a great documentary about hecklers and comedians.
Is this this might sound ignorant. Is this the guy that directs video game movies? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Wait, boy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh shit. Besides that, went to a Blue Jackets game the other night, or last night, I guess, or yesterday morning, whatever. It was a 12:30 game, which is very odd. Yep, there you go. Can barely see it because it's a blur, but it's there. They lost that game sadly, but then hey, Cat. Speaking of Cat, went to the Crew game last night and they won that fucking awesome game.
Go
Ryan,
Crew.
I don't know if you watched it.
No.
Oh
I should have.
man,
I didn't have much going on last night.
they added 12 plus minutes and they scored in the 10th minute
Wow.
of extra time.
That's
Win it.
crazy.
Beautiful.
Tied at 1-1 or
No, they won it 2-1.
2-1?
Scored the first, yeah. They tied it late, and then the Crew
Okay.
with the lead in extra time.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Anything else random you guys want to talk about, especially you, Cody? It's been a while since you've been on here. Before we get into the show,
No.
Brian,
No.
you sure? You said with a question mark.
I was asking Cody, like, no, you're really done?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I can't.
I'm just
Don't be a
looking at
heckler.
my notes here.
Uh-huh.
I have a random article I wanted to talk about since it's Daylight Savings Day.
Okay.
So I don't know if now's the time,
Yeah, go for it.
but so essentially daylight savings time is bullshit.
Right.
And I just found some interesting facts about it that I'd like to share in my support of removing it.
Okay.
So hospitals report a 24% spike in heart attack visits on Monday after DST starts, while there's a 21% drop in heart attack visits after clocks are turned back in the fall. In Finland, researchers found an 8% increase in ischemic strokes during the 2 days after the clock springs forward, and hospital employee rates were found to go up 18% the following week of daylight savings time. So,
Employee rates? What do you mean?
like error rates, so like essentially
Oh,
doctors
error?
killing patients and wrong medications given, stuff like that.
What
And then,
about? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
so there's been some federal legislation that was introduced and was passed in the Senate, and it failed in the House. That was aimed at establish permanent DST. But what's funny is the expert opinions all agree that we should be on standard time, not daylight saving time. So they were trying to pass the wrong time frame. Typical government.
What about places where they don't do it, like Arizona? Yeah, I'm wondering if like the data you gave, does it show that changes?
No, they didn't say anything comparing it to non-daylight. This was all just comparing places that did it. So I know there was.
Did you find this on Reddit?
No, this was a Business Insider article.
Oh, this seems like a very front page thing.
No, maybe I saw it one year and I kind of knew about some of these statistics, but I just looked up for the show just because I wanted to advocate for it to all of our fans.
Well, I've actually been thinking about something that's been heavy on my mind too.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys realized what's been happening in society?
A lot of things. So I guess I'll have to ask you what you've realized.
Yeah.
So him bringing up positions just reminds me that they are the new middle class.
Oh, the doctors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of crazy how pineapple gets like a bad rap on pizza.
This like the fake outrage section.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh shit. Now I'd be curious to see how that differs to places that don't do it, like Arizona, because I don't have any issue ending it. I think it's kind of silly. I
Yeah.
wonder the places that haven't done it, the benefits they've seen or haven't.
Oh, here is a fact. So, in research from Indiana indicates that after adopting daylight savings time in 2006, people spent $7 million more per year on electricity bills when they were trying to do the opposite. They thought adding it would reduce electricity costs, but what they found is the only thing they're reducing is the amount of time people need lighting, and lighting is not expensive. It's not like back in the day where you had incandescent bulbs that were using a lot of electricity. But they found people used more heating and cooling to make up for those extra hours that they were in the sun, essentially. So there's another.
What's the purpose for it too? Like, what's the?
It was originally
for
designed.
farmers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came in for World War One to conserve electricity, and it was actually an idea back from I think like Thomas Jefferson had the idea to do that to save candles, essentially. So
Wow.
Do you worry though that with more sunlight, people will need to drink more, and then they'll use more straws, and then the environment will be worse, and then
well,
girls
that's what the daylight savings does. It adds more light to the end of the day. It
I
actually
know.
does.
So
Yeah. So
wouldn't that be an issue because people are going to get more thirsty and then use more straws?
I feel really targeted because I have 3 straws that I'm just chewing on right now.
Oh, I was mocking it, so Danny, I'm
No,
gonna
I
support
do.
you.
we support your straw habit, bud.
Thank you.
I'll definitely get the fucking paper straws out of here. Hey, I was just being an idiot. Anything else
Yeah.
random before we get on here?
That's all I got.
Right. Ryan, anything from weeks before that you want to talk about?
No, I have a correction though.
We'll get to that in a second. Cody, do you have anything, since you haven't been able to be on for a few weeks, you want to talk about that we talked about?
No, I've only been able to watch like 40 minutes of the new episode.
Gotcha.
So I got 3 more hours.
Well, and anything you want to comment on the last few episodes, feel free. But Ryan, you can get into the correction.
So last week you said the 21 Pilots song was called Overcompensating, and it's just overcompensate.
That's ironic. I overcompensated for it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's called overcompensate. So must have misspoke.
This reminds me of our inside joke about blurry face. Not blurry faces. I remember it's when that album came out.
Who was that, Corey?
No, that was you.
That was me?
We were stalking. The album just came out, and I kept calling it Blurry Faces.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you were just pissed about stalking stuff, and you like stopped me at this real dramatic moment.
Yeah.
And I think you were like lower on the ground. I was up a little higher, so I just remember you just like turning to me. Blurry face.
OS.
No S. It's like Illinois.
Right. Well, if you have any corrections, question, or feedback, you can send it to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. You want to get into that news?
The news.
Cody's behind the times. He doesn't know what we do now.
Are you for the doo-doo-doots or no, Cody?
Or the dude.
I don't know.
You know, like old telegraph.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I just don't know if I'm for it or not. I'll have to come back to you guys. I'm just really concerned about doctors being the new middle class right now. That's all I'm worried about.
Okay, that's fair. I need a. I wasn't prepared for this. I need a second monitor. Feels weird not being able to see you guys while I'm reading it. Yeah. Xbox. Kotaku. Former Xbox exec says the end of consoles is a, quote, serious question. In a recent IGN interview, former gaming executive Peter Moore suggested that console gaming might be approaching a significant shift. Moore, known for his role at Sega, Microsoft, and EA, believes that the cloud technology could render traditional gaming hardware obsolete. He points to Microsoft's heavy investment in cloud gaming as evidence of this trend, noting that gaming habits are evolving with more players opting for mobile devices over traditional consoles. Moore predicts a future where gaming is predominantly digital and consoles boxes may become a thing of the past. While Microsoft seems prepared for this shift, Moore sees Sony as the key player whose actions will indicate the direction of the industry. With Microsoft rumored to release an all-digital Xbox Series X/S refresh and big budget games skipping physical discs, the gaming console market could undergo significant changes in the near future. I'm sure Cody's very sad hearing this.
I don't. It's you said he's involved with Xbox as well. He works for Xbox. Is that what you said?
I believe he
Moore
works
used
for
to.
them. Used to.
Okay. So you worked for Sega and Xbox. I'm sure like console sales looks for them is like is a whole different ball game. But I'm looking up sold figures right now. I don't think consoles are going anywhere. So Switch has sold 140 million, and then back in December they said 50 million PS5s is sold.
So they're pretty much going out the door.
yeah, they're on their way out. That's for sure. I mean, of course, I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. Anything's weird. But I'm sure it is doom and gloom over at Xbox, and you work for Sega. So, I don't know. I think if anybody's going away, it'd be Xbox. It kind of seems the way it goes. But yeah, I don't think hardware is going anywhere.
I don't think it's going anywhere. And to numbers you said, yeah, it seems healthier than it's ever been. But also, it definitely is more. There's obviously things in the cloud and streaming are more popular than they've ever been too. And I feel like that's just going to keep picking up steam. And I think PlayStation.
Nice. See what you did there.
I didn't mean to, but you caught it. I think it's weird that he says he thinks PlayStation, he didn't say it, but in many words, PlayStation can be the savior because PlayStation's also redesigned their console not to even have a disc drive. You have to buy as an add-on. So like they're all aiming towards that. So consoles probably aren't going anywhere, but I think the disc portion of it is fading away. It's going to take a long time. But I think the boxes are probably going to be streaming boxes eventually.
Yeah, which is, I think physical games going away is a lot sadder than losing the consoles themselves. I mean, I joke that he worked for Sega and Xbox. I mean, of course, he knows that PS5 and Switch are doing great. But let's see, Netflix streams games now, right?
Yep.
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Google didn't do so hot with it. I think they were a little
Nvidia's
too early.
Streaming going on.
Yeah.
That's why Steam hasn't done this. Steam hasn't done anything.
Yeah, what was that? They released the actual like console thing like 5 years ago. I can't remember what it was.
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck?
No, that's the like hybrid handheld thing. They had an actual.
Oh,
They had an actual.
um,
They did with Alienware, right?
yeah. Well, they did it with I think Alienware
Or
had their own
yeah,
version.
say multiple companies, right? Had their own.
Yeah, was it Steambox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam Link.
So, so I guess
That
the whole
too.
drama behind that Steambox thing, because I don't know much about it, but my friend Will, I've talked about it here before. He has a Steambox or Steam machine. Sorry, Steam
Yeah,
machine.
that's right.
And I guess what it was is that Microsoft had claimed, like, I don't know, they were gonna charge money for their OS or something. There was something that they were gonna cut into Steam purchases or something like that. So they made their own operating system, Steam OS, and it was to combat that. But then as soon as Microsoft backtracked on that, I don't know if it was them reacting to the Steam machine coming out, but he said once they had backtracked on whatever they had claimed they were going to do, Steam had dropped that. But it has to be the only person I know that still uses a Steam machine, by the way.
I didn't know. I mean, I figured somebody did, but yeah, I haven't heard of anybody. I've never heard of anybody actually using one outside of when they came out and people were reporting about it and everything. Never heard of a normal person just using one. But yeah, I don't know. Steam, I feel like they don't really need to. I feel like that's kind of, they already do it. There's almost nothing physical for PC. And then the Steam Link isn't even an actual physical product anymore. It's just something you can use on stream to your TV or your phone or all kinds of
Yeah.
things. So they kind of already get it by default.
All right, so here it is. Valve had indicated displeasure with approaches that both Microsoft and Apple are taking with their respective operating systems, limiting what applications could be run, and upon the release of Windows 8, Gabe Newell called it a catastrophe for everyone in the PC space and discussed possibilities promoting an open source operating system, Linux, that would maintain the openness of the platform. So, but yeah, man,
Long live
I
the
guess
disc.
they backtracked and
Yeah. Hopefully it sticks around. We'll see. Anything you want to say,
you had
Ryan?
one of the. I was gonna say, Ryan, you had one of the controllers, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Casey got it for me.
Yeah.
It was odd. I never used it that much. I tried it a few times, but it was weird not having feedback from sticks. So I didn't use it a lot. I still have it. I think I still have it. Did I give it to you, Casey?
No, I don't have it at
No.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
weird
haven't
like
used it in a while.
mouse pad thing on the controller.
Yeah. It was weird. Like you scrolled with your thumb, and then there's like something. I don't know if it was vibrations or something was actually moving in there, but you could like feel like feedback, haptic feedback almost. It was odd. All right, next article. That was the only thing we had for Xbox. Not a lot of news this week compared to weeks prior.
I mean, we're recording a little sooner, but still, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
light overall.
Next article from Sony PlayStation.com. Beat Saber Daft Punk Music Pack released March 7th. Full track list revealed. The long-awaited Daft Punk Music Pack has finally arrived on Beat Saber for PSVR and PSVR 2. Daft Punk, the influential electronic music from Paris, rose to fame in 1993 and has since inspired the global music industry with their iconic helmets, robot personas, allowing their music to take center stage. The music pack features 10 of Daft Punk's top hits spanning their almost 30-year career, including classics like One More Time, Get Lucky, and Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. For the first time ever in Beat Saber, select high-energy tracks from their legendary Alive 2007 live show are also included, offering players an exhilarating challenge. Nobody, The Prime of Your Life, is the longest song ever released on Beat Saber, clocking in at 10 minutes and 23 seconds. Accompanying the music pack is a new custom in-game environment inspired by by Daft Punk's iconic triangle stage look, featuring a captivating spacey atmosphere with stars orbiting around the player. The environment introduces new laser tech with physics and length enhancing the gameplay experience. Players can purchase the pack for $12.99, and those who don't own Beat Saber can get a discounted bundle for $39.99, which includes the game and full music pack.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like how
Is
this
this only
article.
Sony exclusive?
It'll be on the Quest as well.
Okay. And
It's
Steam?
from PlayStation website. Yeah, Steam. I like how this article is way longer than about the future of game consoles. Yeah, talk about Daft Punk music track pack. They
We
went
gotta
into so
cover the
much
important stuff,
detail
bud.
about Daft Punk. But no, I think, yeah, like I said, Daft Punk just seems like a no-brainer for Beat Saber. So definitely gonna be all over this. So get me back into Beat Saber. I wish I had it on the Quest because the Quest tracks so much more accurately because you don't have to deal with the camera of
really?
PSVR. But
Mm.
I already have Beat Saber on PSVR, so I don't really want to buy it again. And, you know, trophies on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Cody, have you tried your PSVR yet? Jumping ahead here, made a game.
No,
Oh.
that's awful. But yeah, no, I haven't.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I picked one at Black Friday.
Uh,
The first one had a huge price drop.
okay. When the second one came out?
Yeah, that. I just feel like it's winding down the life of that.
Winding down the life of the second one already, too.
In
Ryan,
Beat Saber, is that the one where you can just add YouTube videos and you can play?
if you play on PC,
Mm. Yeah,
PC
that
only?
might be a Steam thing.
yeah,
Along
yeah,
with
that'd
PC
be-
Master Race.
that'd be the way to go. But I also probably wouldn't know how to do any shit anyways. So, but yeah, if you're doing that, then kind of this shit is kind
Because
of counterproductive.
I think they have like custom, like user created packs and stuff too. On
Yeah, they
PC.
probably do. Taylor Swift in there, really beat
Yeah.
up. Ryan, and you liked Beat Saber when you played, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not good at it, but it's fun.
I'm not considered good either. I know you're a big Daft Punk fan. How do you feel about this?
I'd play it. I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I probably won't buy it. But
Hey, I'll buy it. You can play it over here.
I don't think I own Beat Saber or anything. I don't own it on Oculus.
Yeah, if you bought it on Quest, that'll be one thing to make me rebuy it. You know, duel each other.
Was there co-op on that?
I don't know if there's co-op. I know there's multiplayer. Look into it.
Gotcha. All right. Next article. That was all for Sony. We're going to Nintendo World, as they say. Another Kotaku article. Nintendo won't tell anybody who developed its new Princess Peach game. Princess Peach Showtime, the first game to feature Princess Peach in a starring role since 2005, Super Princess Peach, is set to launch on the Nintendo Switch on March 22nd. Despite the anticipation surrounding the game, the development studio responsible for creating the Showtime has been kept under wraps by Nintendo, prompting curiosity and speculation from fans and media outlets. When Eurogamer reached out for Nintendo for information about the studio behind Showtime, the company simply replied to the development team would be credited in the game credits, leaving many puzzled by lack of transparency. However, diligent fans who doubted mind the demo released on March 6th discovered Goodfield is likely the studio behind Showtime. Goodfield is a respected third-party studio that has collaborated on previous projects such as Kirby's epic Yarn.
Yarn.
Yeah, that's definitely YRN. Needing my eyes checked. And Yoshi's Crafted World. Despite Goodfield's reputable track record, Nintendo's decisions to withhold the information until the game's release date has left many scratching their heads, specifically considering that knowing the studio behind the game could potentially influence players' interests in Showtime. The situation echoes a similar instance involving Super Mario Wonder, where Nintendo has remained secretive about certain details until the game's release. While some fans have attempted to justify Nintendo's approach, many view it as a disappointing way to treat the talented developers who have dedicated years to creating these games. Ultimately, Nintendo's penchant for secrecy appears to stem from its unique position in the industry, allowing it to operate its own terms, even if it is leaving fans and developers in the dark until the last moment.
How do you guys feel about this?
I hate Nintendo.
It's weird. I never thought of them having, not publishers, but I always just think
Developers.
Nintendo game developers, Nintendo games, a Nintendo game.
Maybe that's the reason, because they're so fucking weird like this. I love Nintendo, but it's the most Nintendo shit I've ever heard. I feel like, if anything, you think they were doing that because the developer isn't good and they just want you to think it comes from Nintendo. But they said they hid secrets with Wonder. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, because I think I know who made that. But
I think they meant before it released. They wouldn't say who developed it.
thought you did know, maybe not. But if not, that's even weirder, because with this, the studio's making it good feel. If you look at the games they've made, they've sold well and reviewed even better. So I feel like that's the only way it makes sense if there's a developer that has not a good track record and you're trying to hide it until the game's out. Unless it's for the reason that you thought, Cody, that you just don't even think about Nintendo as a developer. You're just like, oh, it's Nintendo. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely odd behavior, but
yeah, I don't think it's.
I can't even name any of the developers.
I don't think that. I don't see it as disrespectful. I could see how you would see that. I don't see it that way. I just think it's fucking weird and very Nintendo-y. Very backwards.
Yeah.
There's so many times where I've thought that, like, oh, Nintendo is so weird or so awkward. They do what they do, but clearly it's working.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Next article from IGN. Mario Day, March 10th, 2024. Everything announced, including a new Super Mario Bros. Movie. Mario Day 2024 was a big one, as Nintendo revealed a new Super Mario Bros. Movie was on the way, confirmed the release dates of the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake and Luigi Mansions 2 HD, and announced the Game Boys. This is a very long sentence. And announced that Game Boy's Dr. Mario, Mario Golf, and Mario Tennis are headed to Nintendo Switch Online. While we didn't learn a ton of new details about all these projects, there is a lot to be excited about as a Mario fan, and we're happy to gather everything right here so you don't miss a thing.
Did that mention, or did I miss it, the Lego Mario Kart?
Did not.
That? An odd announcement. But one thing about the movie here, Nintendo tweeted out that this is Miyamoto. We are now creating a new animated film based on the world of Super Mario Bros. The film is planned for release in theaters on April 3rd. As some of this that you'll see. April 3rd, 2026 in the US and many other markets, and throughout the month of April and other territories. We'll let you know the details once we're ready to share more. This time, too, the staff at Illumination and Nintendo are working together. We're thinking about broadening Mario's world further, and I'll have a bright, fun story. We hope you look forward to it. Very Japanese. I think the thing that stands out there most, I think it's probably bad translation. It says this time, too, the staff at Illumination and Nintendo are working together. I feel like I thought they worked together in the last one. That's why it went so well. So I'm guessing that's just bad translation. But I think the most interesting part there is that it doesn't seem like a sequel to the Mario movie, which is very surprising because it says in the world of Mario. I don't know if it's going to be like a Yoshi spinoff or what it's going to be, but it doesn't seem to be a straight up sequel.
Yeah, didn't they, was Yoshi was kind of the Easter egg in that one, right?
Yeah, it was at spoilers. At the, I think it was either right at the end or after the credits. eggs started hatching, if I remember right.
So maybe that's the way they go with it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, it's not too daring because it's fucking Nintendo, but I think it's somewhat daring with how successful the first one was to not just do a straight up sequel. So it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Moving on. Layoff, surprising, is empty.
I know, right?
Play the sad trombone. Wah, 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 wah.
Got the soundboard.
No, I don't. Moving on to agnostic news. From Forbes, Warner Bros. Gaming recent comments regarding their future strategy have raised eyebrows within the gaming community. Despite the undeniable success of standalone single-player games like Hogwarts Legacy, which sold 20 million copies in a year, in the underperformance of live service games like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Warner Brother Gaming head JB Parrott insists on pursuing more live service models. During a Morgan Stanley event, Parrott dismissed the success of Hogwarts Legacy as, quote, not guaranteed, and attributed its sales to a volatile market. He also acknowledged the disappointing performance of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which struggled to attract players and maintain engagement. Despite these observations, Parrott doubled down on the idea of turning future games like Hogwarts Legacy into ongoing live service experiences. He suggested creating games where players can continually engage with and build upon the world of Harry Potter. Critiques argue that this approach ignores the preferences of players who enjoy self-contained single-player experiences and risks alienating fans with forced live service elements. Many gamers express a desire for more well-crafted single-player games, such as another entry into the Arkham series over a Superman game, rather than being pushed towards live service titles. The insistence on pursuing live service models in the face of evidence suggesting their limited success reflects a disconnect between Warner Bros. Strategy and the desires of their audience. As the gaming industry evolves, it remains to be seen whether Warner Bros. Gaming will adjust its approach or continue to prioritize live service games despite the potential backlash from players. Well, clearly, if they want to make these, they're making a lot of money doing it. So,
Cody, how do you feel?
It's kind of funny to think they were just on life support, not even that
Yeah.
long ago. People thought it was over. Xbox was buying them, or Sony was going to buy them, or they were going to go out of business or sell off stuff, and Harry Potter was never going to come out, and then it did. And I don't know. I mean, if it's making money, I don't see them stopping. Especially Warner Bros.
I don't know. It just seems so weird because he acknowledged that the biggest live service game that should have had was a bomb as well. So the successful game that wasn't live service and was not just their best-selling game, but the best-selling game of the entire year.
mm-hmm.
I don't see how they see, well, this game's successful and was not live service, and this live service game bombed, so we need to make the successful game live service and it won't bomb. I'm sure they're going to say that Harry Potter is a huge name, so it'll draw people to it. And I'm sure that's true to a point, but think about how many Harry Potter products we've had that have not stuck, and you can look up countless ones and you probably wouldn't even know they exist. The reason Hogwarts blew up wasn't just because it was Harry Potter, it was so well made. And the only complaints that I've heard commonly with that game was that there wasn't Quidditch and that there wasn't multiplayer, and neither of those things are things that can only be fixed in live service. And if history shows us anything, those are usually worse than live service. Not Quidditch, but multiplayer. And
Keeps sounding like you're saying clittage.
ooh, I wish I was sneaking that in, but Quidditch, sadly, Quidditch.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, it just seems so backwards to me. And I feel like we talked about layoffs and games growing too big and how not sustainable and a possible crash. I feel like that's exactly how you can get yourself into a situation like that, that success isn't enough. You need endless success, but that also isn't guaranteed, and I think it's a lot bigger risk. And if you make Hogwarts a never-ending game, and I don't think that's automatic success. And I think the quality of Hogwarts and why so many people attached to it would, a lot of those people would leave pretty fast and wouldn't stick around for your nonsense quest and your endless game. I feel like the people that like Hogwarts, unless you're like addicted to it, the main complaint almost is too big and overwhelming. So I think you're by making it bigger and more overwhelming. I don't see those people sticking around, especially at worse quality. But I don't know.
How do you feel about live service games, Cody?
I don't know. I think when you enjoy them, it's nice to have this endless mechanic, but they're so rare and few and far between. And at these boardroom meetings, they get together, and these guys that probably really don't. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. They don't know a lot about the industry or the whole art behind it. They just picture like a guy smoking a cigar. He's like, "What's this? What's successful? We need a Fortnite. My kids love Fortnite. We need a Fortnite." And I feel like that maybe that's what's happening, and they just, I don't know.
And you end up with shit like Suicide Squad. It's weird that article said that it makes people want another Arkham game instead of Superman, I think it said. I don't know what Superman game it's referencing, unless I don't know what that is in reference to. Or did I hear you wrong?
He said he dismissed the success of Hogwarts Legacy, and he also acknowledged the disappointing performance of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
There's part about Arkham in there, though? Man, or am I...
He said many gamers express a desire for more well-crafted single-player games, such as as another entry into the Arkham series or a Superman game, rather than being pushed towards live service titles.
I hate Superman, but Superman at least makes sense. I was gonna say I don't think more Arkham is really what people, at least a ton of people, are wanting.
Mm-hmm.
Arkham so many times now.
I haven't played that game, the Suicide Squad game, but I feel like I've heard people talk about it too, that maybe it was supposed to be a single-player game. That's one of these I'm picturing a boardroom meeting where they're like, "Oh, well, this single-player game, you better make it a live service. It's big with the kids."
I feel like that could be a lesson in your own company of a success like Hogwarts, what not to do maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't also have live service, but do it where it makes sense.
All right, next article from Kotaku. EA adds 9 classic games to Steam, including delisted favorites. The full 9 games are Command & Conquer: The Ultimate Collection, SimCity 3000 Unlimited, Populous, Populous 2: Trials of the Olympian Gods, Populous: The Beginning, Dungeon Keeper Gold, Dungeon Keeper 2, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri Planetary Pack, and The Saboteur. To celebrate their arrival on Steam, EA has put these games on sale, offering players a chance to grab them at a discounted price. While most of these games were already available on GOG, it's still a positive move to see EA expanding support for Steam, making classic games more accessible to players. Notably, The Saboteur, developed by Pandemic Studios, is now back on Steam after being delisted in 2015. The action-packed open-world game, featuring stylish black and white visuals, is a welcome return for fans who missed out on it during its absence. The re-release of this classic's titles highlights the importance of preserving older games and making them available on modern platforms. While there's still more work to be done in supporting and maintaining older games, this move by EA is a step in the right direction, providing gamers with the opportunity to revisit beloved classics and discover hidden gems.
Thought this was cool. The Saboteur is the only one I'm personally interested in because I thought it looked cool when it came out, but it came out at a time when there's so many games and a lot of games like that. I never played it. I don't know if I'd actually go back to. I'm sure it's a little dated, but I just thought it was cool overall to be able to see this. It's interesting though that 5 of these, 9 games are occupied by 2 franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So that's majority of them right there. But I still thought it was a cool article to be able to games coming back that have been delisted, and people have to pay insane amounts for what they want to get. Besides, I mean, it's not too much different because you could get it on like good old games or something, so it doesn't change it to console gamers, which sucks. A lot of these games, everybody I'm sure knows it's a collector. Ridiculous to get now, or not ridiculous, overpriced. But I guess it makes it easier on PC for common people to get it.
Yeah, I think I would like to try out the Populous game. Try out some of those, and I think the Dungeon Keeper Gold, not that old. I think that's one of the newer ones.
Okay.
And that one, I think when it came out, people were really pissed off at how many microtransactions and stuff. I'm trying to remember the drama behind that. The one is the original that people seem to love. I think Gold. I'd had this without me googling. Was one of the times EA fucked up and had too many microtransactions, and this beloved franchise or not franchise, but this beloved game made a return, and it was just EA cashing in.
Catting in.
So,
Oh,
catting in.
we both did that. Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing that actually. I don't even know this game, but now you say that, I feel like I remember hearing that on podcast.
So it's funny. I actually just recently got Command and Conquer, because I played that a lot as a kid. And I got that on GOG not too long ago. I think it was on sale or something. And I was like, yeah, I like playing. I'll give it a shot. It did not hold up. I only played maybe an hour of it. I was like, yeah, I can't do any more of this.
That's always sad, isn't it?
Yeah, because I played a lot of that as a kid, and then SimCity 3000. That was another game I played a lot of. I don't know, probably doesn't hold up either.
Sure it doesn't with how much Sims has changed.
Yeah, but I haven't really played any of these others. In opposite news, IGN talks about indie dev hits out a Warner Brothers Discover. What? Indie dev hits out at Warner Bros. Discovery over incredibly disappointing decision to delist their Adult Swim game. Warner Bros. Discovery plans to potentially delist all Adult Swim game titles from digital platforms, including popular titles like Pool Panic, Duck Game, and Rick and Morty Virtual Reality. Have sparked concerns over video game preservation and consumer rights. The news came to light after Owen Deary, the creator of Small Radio's Big Televisions, revealed on Twitter that he had been informed by Warner Bros. Discovery that his game would be retired within the next 60 days due to, quote, internal business changes. Similarly, another developer, Matt Kane, shared his disappointment after being served a similar notice regarding his name, Fist Puncher. Several developers have expressed frustration with Warner Bros. Discovery's refusal to transfer ownership of the games back to the original studios, despite the relatively simple process involved. Michael, I'm not going to say that name, developer of Sound Dodger Plus, also reported that his game would be removed from Steam, with Warner Bros. Discovery refusing to transfer ownership. The situation has raised concerns about the preservation of video games as cultural artifacts, with developers highlighting the importance of preserving gaming history and ensuring that purchased games remain accessible to players. Warner Bros. Discovery decision comes amid broader debates around digital content removal from platforms, not only within the gaming industry but also in the film and television sectors. The move to delist Adult Swim game titles follows their other controversial decisions made by Warner Bros. Discovery, such as pulling HBO Max original movies and scrapping projects like Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt. Overall, the situation underscores the challenges of digital content ownership and the need for great transparency and consumer protections in the digital marketplace.
I don't know if those are the same comparisons. Scrapping those movies. That sounds like a different scale and a train wreck. Sound like very small budget things that don't really correlate to things like fucking Scooby-Doo. Scoob's Haunted Hunt or whatever it was.
Holiday Haunt.
A holiday haunt. Even weirder.
Yeah, come on, bud. We got a new co-host here with us.
Right.
You think Matt Cain's game is maybe being delisted because he's fucking fist puncher?
Probably.
It's an awful name. But no, I think
what is this crap?
I think it sucks, especially besides the Rick and Morty game. I haven't heard any of these. I don't know about you, Cody. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Their one game, what was it, Headlander? Where you were just the head floating around. Another one was that I played was Rise and Shine. Yeah, it's sad though. I remember us being at PAX one year, and there was a big promotion behind Adult Swim games. The movie stuff makes sense because it never came out, so it could be a tax write-off, right?
Yeah.
But what's the purpose of removing digital games?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem one-to-one at all.
No, because it's not a tax write-off. You're just, I don't know. Also, if it is that easy just to transfer it back to the studios. So does Adult Swim games just must not exist anymore, huh? Because I know Adult Swim went through that whole change where it's now kind of, they lost their office, that somewhat famous office in, was it Georgia? So I don't know. I don't know. The Adult Swim games, are they done? And also, like, that if that means they're getting rid of the virtual reality, I'm pretty sure I bought that, right? Because I feel like that is something that's going to go. I did?
I think so.
Let's see, because I feel like that's going to go up in price. I did, thankfully. But yeah, dude, that's odd. Yeah, here's Headlander. Trying to go through all of their games. I don't even really see. I wonder if that Rise and Shine is now delisted as well. Rise and Shine, here it is. Developer, platform, publisher, Adult Swim. Yeah, it's still up. Still available on Steam. Yeah, I don't know, man. It sucks. There's gonna be some weird stuff going on over at HBO.
Yeah.
Or that whole overarching company.
Maybe make Scoob Halloween or Holiday Haunt a live service movie.
That's right, dude. It's gonna be the same movie, but halfway through, Scooby Doo could emote and dab for you.
Do you remember those like interactive movies? I think Netflix put out a couple of them.
Yeah, I've never done them, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You ever try them?
I think I did one of them.
Yeah, it sounded like a cool idea, but didn't sound like it was that rewarding or fun to play.
Nah.
This news sucks, but even sadder news to come here.
Really?
Yeah.
From Deadline, Rooster Teeth shut down by Warner Bros. Discovery. The Roost Podcast Network to continue. Rooster Teeth, a pioneering digital content creation company, announced its closure after 21 years of operation. The decision, attributed to challenges in digital media and shifts in consumer behavior and monetization, marks the end of an era for the company. The announcement was made at an all-hands meeting and conveyed in an internal memo by Rooster's Teeth General Manager Jordan Levin. The closure processes will commence immediately and is expected to span several months. What does that mean? How does it commence immediately but span several months? That seems like oxymoron. While the Roost Podcast Network will continue to operate, Rooster Teeth catalog content and intellectual properties such as Red vs. Blue, RWBY, and Gen Lock will be explored for potential future opportunities. Founded in 2003, Rooster Teeth underwent several ownership changes before becoming part of Warner Bros. Discovery following the Time Warner acquisition from AT&T. Despite efforts to boost revenue through initiatives like the Rooster Teeth Digital Creators Program and transitioning content from YouTube to its own platform, Rooster Teeth ultimately faced insurmountable challenges in the digital entertainment landscape. The legacy of Rooster Teeth, known for groundbreaking digital-first content and community-driven experiences, will be remembered as it closes its doors. This marks the end of an era for Rooster Teeth and its iconic productions like Red vs. Blue, which coincidentally reaches its final season alongside the company's closure.
You're getting choked up just reading it.
So sad.
Ryan, did you ever care about Red vs. Blue? I feel like if you did, you would have
No.
loved it, but no?
I probably watched it when it was back on YouTube, but not really into that much.
Cody, what are your thoughts?
More Warner Bros. Shutting stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. They're really not making much sense. I mean, maybe understand Rooster Teeth, maybe it's not making money, but the way they've disgusted live service games right after having a really successful single-player game, then shutting down all Adult Swim games, to this, I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
It's
sorry, go ahead.
sad to see.
I'm in the
Oh no,
fat.
you're good. It's sad to see. Red versus Blue. It's iconic from our childhood. But I haven't cared about that in forever.
Yeah.
I feel like you're way more of a fan of that stuff than I. But another crazy thing that we saw at PAX that had a big, what would you say, representation?
Presents, yeah.
Big presence was Rooster Teeth.
Oh, yeah.
They had that successful anime, or I don't know if you can call it anime, that animation. Was it Ruby?
Yeah.
And they were like teamed up with Kind of Funny, and it's where he met Colin for the first time. So, I don't know. It's weird. Times are changing.
Yeah, I didn't even think about at PAX. Yeah, they always had one of the biggest booths, presents, whatever you want to say. On a personal note, yeah, it's sad as shit. And I know it's a running joke, but about me and my feelings and whatnot. But it's not even, I mean, it's sad because of Red vs. Blue, but even though I do still care about it, I've been collecting them because I love it and feel like I love it more off of memory, even though when I have watched the newer ones, they have been quality. I just haven't kept up with it. I just keep buying them because I love Red vs. Blue and the company and Halo. And I've been saying for years I'm going to do a run through of all of them, so maybe this will finally get me to do that. And it's cool that they already had the final season planned, so that is kind of a cool way to end it. I wonder if they already graded the last season, or if they can do the last episode knowing that that's going to happen, because that'd be cool for them to end it the way they want to and like know that it's coming to an end. But the way that it's sad for me isn't just because Red vs. Blue is ending. It's the way I think about all this kind of stuff. I'm like, man, this goes back to a whole literal another friend group and life and living with my parents and like the memories of who I was watching it with and then playing Halo nonstop with them. And so it's more than just Red vs. Blue to me, but on a more like business level, I'm not going to act like I understand it all, but it does seem odd. I wouldn't be shocked if Rooster Teeth wasn't pulling in endless money, but I can't imagine it was requiring too much money for what they did. And with how popular they were, I feel like it wouldn't take much to offset that, at least, especially with how big Warner Brothers is and Discovery. And then it makes sense on one hand to keep the podcast going. That's another thing that they I found within the last couple of years. They were doing a theme park podcast, and it was so fucking good. And then they ended that like 6 months ago. I feel like they maybe started seeing signs or hearing things and started trying to condense things to save money or to keep it going. So that ended, unfortunately, and that was another thing I grew fond of when I was kind of didn't really care much about Rooster Teeth anymore. Obviously, I used to care about Kind of Funny a shit ton. So there's that connection. But on one hand, it does make sense for the podcast to keep going because some of them are so popular. But also, it seems like I don't know how much that is connected to their products and their merchandise and their presence at things like PAX. I feel like the podcast, I don't know how much longer that's going to go on without all those things kind of backing it up and supporting it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they just wouldn't, I don't know, lay everybody off or really condense it down and kind of go back to the old ways of just being a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome. The old videos of them like filming in their closet and whatnot. And obviously, you have to do it different than that with the scale they're working at now. But in between that, at least you would think. But I don't know if there's probably contractual shit with Warner Brothers now that they can't do that. But yeah, you think in theory that'd be the way to go.
Are you planning on buying anything in this
I was already
line
thinking,
down here?
I've actually never gotten merchandise. I've looked since I was a kid, even like the early days of internet, and like the most basic shirts where it'd say like Donut, one of the characters' names, and that was pretty much it. I've looked for that long. And I've actually never bought anything Red vs. Blue, so I've had most of the DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, so that shouldn't really be an issue. I try and get any of the ones I don't have. Well, I'll definitely get those, the ones I don't have. And I might get a shirt or a hoodie or something, just to have something Red vs. Blue. They always had cool merchandise, I thought, too. That's why I always wanted it. What about you?
If I got anything, it'd probably just be the DVDs, and I don't see on their website. I don't think they really sell them on there, so it'll have to be through Best Buy or something, unless I'm looking at the wrong spot.
Yeah, I don't know. It used to be the only place you could buy their media, and then I don't know if it became too expensive to do it there, or if it became cheaper to do it somewhere else, or what. Because to buy it through third-party things all the time now, they have their own website.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
$112 for the 10 years edition.
Yeah, I say
Blu-ray.
that was the one I was looking at. It'd probably be the only one I would get would be that, because I feel like what is it, season 18 now?
I think so.
And I think that box set that Ryan's talking about is 1 through 10.
Yeah.
So I think if I bought one thing, it might be that, or maybe just like that iconic Rooster Teeth shirt.
Yeah, no, those both make sense, and 1 through 10, especially for you, would be the way to go as far as seasons. That is overpriced. I think it was originally like $70, but I'm sure that's just going to keep going up and up. So,
Well, I think Amazon is a third party, and Best Buy had it for
okay.
75. Let me see, unless they've sold out, which wouldn't surprise me.
You can get a Celsius Sucks t-shirt.
Um,
Or
let's
one that just has a bunch of corn dogs on it.
That's the one you're looking at?
I was looking at it. It's on sale too. Marked down to $18.
I think
yeah,
Buy now,
man.
bud.
Looks like yeah, it looks like I should have bought it when I saw it on Best Buy. But
Rip.
Hey, you can
it's
just
all
go.
Gucci. I'm sure if there's a will or a way to make money on this, there'll still be somebody out there still selling this stuff.
And you can always go to your local Best Buy store and find it.
That's right, dude.
Or you can always go down to the Pirate Bay. No?
Nailed it.
Is that website still around?
I don't know. It's probably I don't know. It's probably like the piratebay.xq, and that gives you viruses. All right. That's it for agnostic. Next is streaming and TV/movies. This next article is for Cody. It's from IGN. Twilight TV adaptation takes shape as an animated series. Lionsgate Television is moving forward with the Twilight TV adaptation, but with a twist. It will be an animated series rather than live action.
I saw a twist coming.
Michael Burns, Lionsgate vice chairman, announced the decision during a recent Morgan Stanley media conference, indicating that he the animated format is expected to generate significant interest, mainly from Cody. Animated format initially revealed in April 2023, the Twilight series was anticipated to be in development at Lionsgate Television, with many expecting it to be a live-action show. However, the decision to pursue animation offers a fresh take on Stephanie Meyer's beloved Twilight book saga. The core Twilight series, comprised of 4 novels published between 2005 and 2008, was adapted into a successful film franchise starring Kristen Stewart. I don't really care about these people. The films, including the 2-part adaptation of the final book, Breaking Dawn, collectively grossed over $3 billion in worldwide sales. That's insane. In recent years, the Twilight Saga has experienced a resurgence in popularity, often referred to as, quote, the Twilight Renaissance. This renewed interest promoted LEGO to announce a brick-built replica of the iconic Cullen house, further fueling anticipation for the franchise's future. Cody, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've never watched any Twilights. I couldn't care any less.
It's okay, bud. You can tell us. It's a safe space.
Yeah, I'll be honest here. I've seen them all. I think they're good. I think people made them a fucking lifestyle, and they were not that. They were movies. Oh, that was good, and nothing more than that. And even saying it's good, I can definitely recognize how corny it is and the bad parts of it. But it's weird how fucking big it turned into. And I could be wrong, but I think this thing is going to be a disaster because I feel like people that care about animated stuff are mostly not going to care about this. And the people that care about the live action or the books are probably going to not care about this in the slightest.
Yeah.
So this is a big mistake. It's
a
probably
bad move.
Yeah. I think probably a lot cheaper to do it like this, and well, I don't know, they might even fail in this. I was gonna say you should get a lot of the cringiness out of the bad acting that you get in the movies, but this depends on the voice actors that they hire and the writing they give them. You could still get it should in theory be better, but that might still be just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah. I remember growing up with this series. I think I was going through school, and it was bad. It's like everybody's obsessed with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I was in 9th grade, beginning of 9th grade when that first one came out, and I feel like it was always synonymous too. It was girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely aimed that way, and that's even more. Not that girls don't like cartoon made things. Definitely more guys do. So I feel like they're just totally missing the mark on this. And you're not gonna have attractive guys to look at or anything unless girls are gonna look at it. Attractive animated dudes, maybe.
Did you add an article, bud?
Not since the Mario one.
With this NBC4i one, I didn't do a recap for it. I'll just make one up. It's fine.
Okay.
PC Gamer, ready to binge? Every episode of Fallout TV show will be available at once on April 11th. Set your calendars. When it comes to streaming TV, how do you like it? A Netflix-style mass dump? I don't like that. With every episode available at once, so you can binge the whole season in one sitting, or the traditional network approach, with a 1 episode per week for 8-week seasons of TV kind of thing. If you're a binge watcher and a Fallout fan, great news. Prime Video is going to put every episode out at once. On April 11th, you can sit back, relax, and consume the entire 8. Yeah, we get it. You can consume all right. Amazon seems to be pretty fickle about their strategy. The first season of superhero satire, The Boys, was released all at once, but the next 3 seasons were released weekly, except the first 3 episodes, which were released all on one day. What? The first 3 episodes, which were all released on day 1. The first season of Musclehead detective show Reacher was released all at once, but season 2 was switched to a weekly format. Rings of Power, meanwhile, was weekly show from the start. I know Casey likes it slow and steady.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you want your parties, your weekly hangouts for it.
I want that, and I feel like you just get the people that want to watch as fast as they can for everybody else or talk to other people. So I definitely prefer it weekly. That doesn't, I said before, it doesn't mean like an old man. I think it's fun to shit when you find a show to binge watch it and get through it. I don't think everything should be like that. I know everything is, but especially things like this that are so overly nerdy, I feel like you just have people waiting to ruin it for everybody. And if you haven't watched it in 5 minutes when they're, 11 episodes, and can't watch that many episodes in 5 minutes, and having people there waiting to tell you everything that happens. Ryan, I know you're talking about coming over for the weekly show. We're maybe gonna do like 3 a week or something, depending on it. I don't know if you can resist to hold off, so you can do it with us. Oh, okay. Did you guys see the newest trailer?
It was very good. The music's so great.
I haven't. I saw people reacting to it, but haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
excited.
another very, very good trailer. The music was fantastic. Ryan, I still tell you I'm worried that music's going to be almost non-existent. So I hope I'm wrong. That's
I know.
key to Fallout, but I think they're probably going to pay for the license for all this, and majority of people watching Fallout won't care. They'll be fine with like generic, not orchestral music, but like background noise.
Good music is synonymous with good shows, so they gotta keep it in there.
You're right, and that's why Cody should be excited that Rings of Power is coming back this year, 8 episodes.
Yeah, I loved that first season so much. I watched all of it.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked the part with that one guy.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say you gave Cody a layup there. You said one guy. That's about all that's in the show. I thought that was coming.
All right, next article from NBC4i.com. Superman movie to film in Ohio, hire more than 3,000 locals for multi-million-dollar impact by David Rees. Columbus, Ohio. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. A new movie on the comic book hero is filming in Ohio this year and has been awarded $11 million in tax credits, with plans to hire more than 3,000 locals. The DC Studios movie titled simply Superman is filming in Cincinnati and Cleveland this spring and summer and will receive over $11 million in tax credits according to the Ohio Motion Picture Tax Credit application filed under the project name Genesis. The film is expected to hire 3,200 Ohio residents to take part in the production. DC's Ohio-related expenses are projected to exceed $36 million, which makes up about 10% of the movie's total budget of more than $363 million. The film is directed and written by American filmmaker James Gunn, started filming on February 29th, with cameras to start rolling in Ohio on April 1st. The last possible production date in Ohio is marked for August 23rd. According to the film's tax credit application, broken down, the application says the production in Ohio accounts for 133 days of preparation, 37 for shooting, and 31 for wrap. That means 25% of the movie is being filmed in Ohio. While the application does not specify where the filming will take place, the iconic character is connected to both Cincinnati and Cleveland. Writers Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster created Superman while attending Cleveland's Glenville High School in 1933, according to Case Western Reserve University Encyclopedia of Cleveland History.
You said you're
This is
going
a very long article.
So you said you're going to make up your own? I feel like you're just reading the article one for one.
Yeah. I got engrossed. But I'll just sort of more of the same.
I gotcha. I thought this was cool, even though I'm sure it's not going to be like it's filmed in Ohio, like watching it.
Yeah.
But it's still cool to see it. And lame, they missed the best city in Ohio, though. Jumped from Cincinnati past Columbus and go straight to shitty Cleveland and missed the best city in the state. So I guess it's fitting because it's probably the lamest superhero ever.
Superman?
I fucking hate him.
Yeah,
James Gunn gives me some hope, but he also is loyal and cares about this stuff, so he'll probably do Superman the way it should be done, which will not interest me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Cody?
Yeah, I just never really been that interested in Superman either. Yeah, I don't know. I'd watch it just for. I mean, the whole James Gunn thing's got me more interested in DC, but yeah, I could. Superman's never really interested me.
I feel like
It's cool. They're doing all this Ohio stuff though.
Yeah, that's why I really put in here. But yeah, I feel like when you're just, I feel like everybody loves Superman because he's like the ultimate one and he's so powerful. I feel that's what makes him so uninteresting to me. And I think he just looks lame. I never thought any of the movies were interesting or anything.
Yeah. All right. On to tech. Upload VR. Quest version 63 adds lying down mode on Quest 2 and Quest Pro. Notably, the feature was not added to the Quest 3. Interestingly, the screenshot provided by Meta also shows two experimental options not present in version 62: external microphone and airplane travel mode. In case being on airplane wasn't nausea-inducing enough, you could strap a VR headset on. The description of external microphone says it allows using external USB microphones. What a shocker. While Meta confirmed in January that it was working to make its Quest headsets work on airplanes, we'll be curious to see whether these features are actually included in version 63 or were in the screenshot erroneously. As always, these updates roll out gradually, so it takes a few days or even more than a week for your headset to get the update.
What do you think? You said it's nauseating to do that. What if, to calm you down, you were streaming like crashing the World Trade Center in your VR while you're flying?
And you tell the pilots to dive when they're diving into the tower.
Yeah.
Make it really just
Put
land.
headphones on, just act like nothing's around you. Bomb, bomb. I don't know how many games would make sense laying down. I feel like there's obvious use here. I feel like other websites are probably writing about.
I didn't even go there.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't even think about that. No.
I just don't see how many games are logical to play laying down.
Yeah. Other than like the ones where you like act like you're in a movie theater or whatever and you're just watching
Yeah.
the movie.
But that's what confused me. You can already do that.
Yeah,
So I don't know what
get
laying
what the
down
laying down
mode
mode
means.
does.
Because I've already tested out video while laying down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting if they're obviously, it means something different than what it does. So it'd be cool to see. It is weird that they're adding it to the last one and not the current one. No, I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, it's weird.
I also, here's something I forgot to mention. This probably back in when Cody was on the podcast. I was talking about how the what do you call it? The cloud gaming on Xbox, how you could get it on the Quest 3. I said how that sucked because I have the second one. I figured out those articles must not word it well because we have it on the second one, and I downloaded it. But I might need to start paying for Game Pass at least to test it out because me and you are sharing Game Pass, and I told you how it has like weird limitations, and one of them it won't let you stream. So when I go do it, I'm in the Xbox app, but I can't do anything with it sadly.
I didn't realize you guys shared an account.
Yeah, it's way cheaper and everything. What said everything crosses over, and besides this one feature, it does work perfectly seamlessly. But there's this weird thing with Game Pass and streaming that fucks up for some reason.
All right, next article, The Verge. I added this one, bud. The MSI Claw has arrived to take on the Steam Deck. These are some terrible names. As the base model of MSI's core ultra-powered handheld gaming machine is now available on MSI's website for $699. There are two other higher spec models too, but they're listed as coming March 12th. The models stack up with the Core Ultra 5 with a 512GB SSD for $700, Core Ultra 7 512 gigabyte SSD for $750, and the Core Ultra 7 1 terabyte for $800. You can also pre-order all 3 MS Claw models from Newegg with availability starting March 15th. Pre-orders on Newegg come with a couple of freebies, including a Skull and Bones Standard Game Edition code and Xbox Game Pass free for 1 month. You can buy the MSI Claw from Best Buy, which ships on April 4th. MSI first announced the Claw at CES in 2024, joining the Steam Deck, Asus ROG Ally, and the Lenovo Legion to go in a growing portable PC market. In addition to the first device coming with Intel's Core Ultra processors, it runs Windows and features a 7-inch 1080p 48 to 120 Hz variable refresh rate VRR LCD display. The MSI Claw also has Intel Arc graphics chip with 8 Xe cores, a 53 watt-hour battery with 2 hours of battery life, and Hall effect triggers and joysticks, which should save you from having to deal with stick drift. It comes with, that sounds like a band name, metal band name, Stick Drift. Comes with some other handy features as well, including a power button, wow, and a fingerprint sensor, micro SD slot, and Thunderbolt 4 port. Thank goodness it comes with a power button. Can you imagine that? Just, it's always on or it's always off.
Oh shit! I can't believe that part's real. How do you feel about
No.
this, Raw Dog and Ryan?
It seems kind of pricey for what it is.
It's
But
just some competition out.
I know. I don't know. I've never really seen the appeal of having a computer that you can. I don't know. I just don't. I was never a fan of handheld gaming to begin with, and then to try and put like a computer on top of it, where it's like a lot of PC games aren't controller friendly. So I'm not interested in it.
As a Raw Dog and Ally, you're not interested in the Raw
The
Ally.
claw.
Oh,
I'm not interested in the claw.
but you're interested in the Raw Dog and Ally.
Yeah, I got like 6 of them.
Cody,
I'm
how do you
featuring.
feel about this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe be fun to get to mess around with, but for these price points, I'd just rather have a laptop. 'Cause I feel like when I would use it, it would be easier or better to use a laptop instead of this handheld.
Yeah, the only I feel I could see is for somebody like me that doesn't want to mess around with all the shit you have to do with computers. I know you have to do it somewhat on the handheld, but it's a lot more just game centric and kind of what it's designed for. But yeah, I feel like it's a weird audience because it seems like they're aiming at people that love high end PCs, but those people probably care about their high end PCs, not handhelds. I feel like they're not really marketing it to people like me that might actually want it, but then also definitely not at these prices, but I know they have to for what's inside there. I mean, you got a power button.
Fingerprint sensor.
Well, yeah, but power button's what's really going to set that
Yeah.
over the top.
That kind of separates it from the pack.
Oh, shit.
That and the middle class doctors playing it.
That's all for the news, though, right?
While
That's
eating their
all the
pineapple
news.
pizza.
Yeah.
All right, well, we can get into pickups. Cody? Charge.
Oh Jesus.
No,
We're gonna limit
It's
this
been
to
a
5
while.
minutes.
we're not.
All right, if you limit me to 5 minutes, then we gotta limit ourselves to 2 articles a week. Then, I don't even know where to start on this.
Do you have a list, or are you just gonna freestyle?
Yeah. So I had some double switch games I didn't want anymore, and I traded them. Did we talk about this, Casey, already? The will trade for Dreamcast games. And
Yes,
the
I
armor.
just don't know if it was on here or not.
All right, I'll go through them quick, just in case we have. Super Runabout, Tokyo Extreme Racer, Arcade Racing Legends. I love racing games. Oh, I've seen in most games I enjoy on the Dreamcast are racing games. Prince of Persia, Arabian Nights on the Dreamcast. PS1, Vagrant Story. PS1, Legend of Mana. Then we were at his game store, and sitting on the shelf was 2 mint copies. Well, it's not the same game, but mint copies of Armored Core 5, and then I think it's Armored Core 5 Verdict Day, right? V's 5, right?
Yeah. Just picture how much funny this segment is with Ryan. So I keep laughing.
Let's see. Then I went to Goodwill the other day, and somebody must have traded or dumped a bunch of DVDs off. But
I wonder why.
Kansas City Bombers. Do you
Oh.
remember this? Remember this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know there was
MTV
DVDs for
Movie
this.
Awards was probably his biggest appearance.
The Best of Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like you had to be there to get this. We talked about this movie a while ago. I can't find my original copy. And also, most of these did not come out on Blu-ray, or if they did, they're too expensive. Orange County.
Good one. Ryan might like that.
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah, you should see what Pirate Bay says about Orange County.
Okay.
Then Bruce Campbell's My Name is Bruce. My name is Ryan.
My name is Ryan.
Famous inside joke here. This one is a Chevy Chase movie and Goldie Hawn. I like both of them. I never knew this movie existed, and I don't think this had a Blu-ray release. Seems like Old Times. And then Robin Williams Live on
Nice.
Broadway. And then to continue dead comedians, Bill Hicks Live. Which you guys ever hear the rumor that Bill Hicks just became Alex Jones? That conspiracy? Yeah, it's funny. I guess Alex Jones said, have you heard this before, Ryan? Okay, I mean, if you look at them, they do kind of look like each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit. The sticker's kind of covering his face.
But I guess Alex Jones one time said too, like Bill Hicks' family like contacted him, like, hey, listen, you gotta tell people that you're not my family member, because so many people are reaching out.
I feel like that would just feel into the conspiracy if he came out and said that, and then be like, "Oh, it's definitely a thing now." You know the Streisand effect.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because I feel like I didn't know about it till Alex Jones said it.
Yeah.
Then I went to
Barbie?
toy hunting with my friend Will.
Ken?
Do you remember this? I liked Mega Bloks more as a kid than Legos. But do you remember Dragons from Mega Bloks, Casey or Ryan?
No.
I definitely liked Legos more, but I had both.
Yeah.
I
I was
mean,
a
I
Lego
feel like
only household.
the Dragons were more iconic, but I bought a big bag of the minifigures. I liked these a lot when I was a kid.
How much does that cost you?
This whole bag was like $20. There's full minifigures. Then I got this AEW Cody Rhodes, same place.
You.
So he's WWE now. So I
Or something?
don't know. But yeah, I just like I like Cody Rhodes a lot. The whole Rhodes family is pretty cool. And his I don't know if you guys saw his, well, I know you saw, Ryan. His uncle's gonna be at Korg's.
Korgs, yeah.
Always messes up. Korg's.
Is this a joke that Ryan saw this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it
Not
should be, but I was like, what the fuck? I had this out that the Ryan knows about it?
Yeah. So yeah, his and if you guys look up his uncle, it's through marriage, but he's involved in what they consider like one of like the worst gimmicks in wrestling history. They were trying to introduce his uncle as a new wrestler, and it was very last minute, and they didn't know what to do costume wise, so they just took a stormtrooper's helmet and covered it in glitter,
Oh.
and then his helmet falls off. Considered like one of the, I don't know. It's so iconic that Homage made a T-shirt for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought about maybe buying it, maybe get him sent a shirt or something.
So his uncle is going to be at Korg's?
Yeah, he's also a famous wrestler from the 80s. I don't know him that well. I literally know him from like I think he was a tag team with Hulk Hogan at one point. He had this like whole tugboat gimmick. But yeah, I'll send you guys that. I feel like Ryan would really really enjoy the Stormtrooper glitter helmet thing. Then we went to the toy shop, and I picked up. I'm trying to get him to hold the gun, you know. Here's
Anya.
the worst figure. That's right, dude.
Very nice.
What? You say Anya? Like the girl we worked with at the theater?
Yeah.
She's the one that got me that job. Shout out Anya for listening to this.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anya.
Thank you for. I really owe you a lot. You introduced me to some wonderful men in my life.
Right. Thank you for bringing in that Hammer of Dawn, saving me so many times in the campaign.
What? Hammer of Dawn? Is it like the dish soap?
Yeah, dude. No, it's she's from Gears of War.
Yeah. Oh, your cat's like, I want to play.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah.
Oh,
It's impressed. Casey, this is somehow what do you think this is from? Try to make sure.
it looks like that guy from the Disney movie. That's a girl that's trying to be a guy.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised because it's so obvious to tell who this is.
I have no clue. Pat doesn't know
This is
either.
a weird era of
Oh,
Jack's
excuse me?
Jack's Pacific, I think is the company name. This is Undertaker
Oh, yeah, of
What?
course.
and Cat Butthole.
That's about what it looks like.
Right? No, their figures are some of the worst I've ever seen, but this whole like I don't know, weapons and stuff, it's just really cool. Really cool. I think I have one of their I think it's Jack Pacific's the Jerry the King Lawler up there that's also I mean I could send you photos of some of the worst. They look nothing like the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And there's like this mutant series for WWE. They do a mutants, zombies, monsters maybe. So Brock Lesnar. I don't know if you guys know the drama, but you want to fight him, dude. How tough my cat is, just fights Brock Lesnar. But yeah, I picked up 2 of the figures for that. I don't know if you guys know about
This is
what currently happening. What's up,
Oh,
dude?
God.
we need to censor that. We're
Put
gonna
a head
get
in there.
we're gonna demonetized.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna get banned off Twitch.
um,
A butthole.
it's kind of how Brock Lesnar's career feels right now. Poor guy. Also, poor lady at WWE. So I picked up another Brock Lesnar figure too. And then save this one for last, Casey, because I'm see if you recognize this.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Cubics.
Okay. Cool. I was kind of worried that it was not focusing well enough.
No,
You're
it
the
wasn't
only
full
other person I
focus.
know that knows about this.
Great
What is
show.
it?
So,
Called Cubics.
Oh.
It's kind of like Pokemon mixed with Transformers.
I feel like there was a movie, right? And maybe a season of the show.
Yeah, and a damn good game. The price is fucking horrendous now.
But yeah, I found this at an antique mall
Hmm.
for $2. So.
No, the
$2
Cubics though.
salad.
No, literally just him.
What's the
Just
worst
him.
thing?
Probably nothing. It's just purely sentimental because I feel like I had a few of the toys. I know I had at least 1 or 2 of them. I did not have that one though.
Yeah, I had
That's
a
all you
good
picked up?
amount. I don't know about him, but I definitely had the main robot and a few other things.
And then I've been waiting for this for a while. This I think I had backed in 2019,
Wow.
Oh wow.
the end of 2019, and it finally came. Game Chasers made a
Oh,
movie.
yeah. Talk
Oh,
about your
yeah, remember
adventures
talking
with this.
Yeah. So
Finally showed up.
yeah, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't.
The post
didn't reach out
office
to him?
just stopped talking to him, or like I guess didn't work anything out with him. So I don't know if he had filed insurance or what happened. He's like, I'm just gonna send you another one, man. But yep. So this is a Blu-ray copy.
Very nice.
Signed.
Adventures in Game Chasing. I was thinking about these. I've been watching these guys at least since 2013, 2012. And then here's the VHS copy.
Hmm.
Not many people buying new VHSs, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know you could still make them.
yeah, he just went to like thrift stores, from what I could tell, like what he posted online and stuff. And these are just blank tapes, and he just
He
took,
just did it
transferred.
himself.
Yep, individually.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
You know how
that
many he
finally showed
sold
up.
the VHS ones?
No idea.
I hope some of them are
Yeah.
edited wrong, so there's just like commercials or porn or
Yeah,
different
it's
things
like
cut in the middle.
taped over something and it like cuts to like.
Oh, it was all
some
brand
old-
new blank tapes. He bought
Uh,
cases of the blanks.
I was hoping
But-
it like retapes over his random VHS videos.
But yeah, that is everything.
everything. It's
only-
been over a month.
You've been pretty
Been slacking.
Yeah, I really thought we were gonna be.
pretty restrained.
I was ready for it.
Hey, but
But I
why
bought-
are you doxing the guy behind you? His phone number?
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, what is that?
That is, I don't know the exact year on it, but as far as I can tell, it was before area codes.
Yeah.
We found it at one of our first house we bought together, and I was like, that is awesome. So I'm guessing whoever originally lived there, because I mean that thing's got to be older than the house that we found it in. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I've tried to Google it, made no sense of it. and
There you go. So if you want to call Jack, there's his
Well,
number. Just gotta
doesn't
figure out the
work
area
because
code.
there's no. Yeah, you just gotta figure out the area code.
Right, every area code.
Um,
001.
I did bought two more boxes of comics too, like not the long box, like the short box of more 90s Spawn. That's it. Oh, sorry, no, I did also bought Helldivers 2 on Steam.
Have you tried it yet? I mean,
I haven't.
a
I have it
little ahead myself.
downloaded. Have it downloaded and ready to go.
I know we've talked about it. You played the Darkness, right?
Yes, yeah.
I was thinking about how they need to bring that back today. It might sound random, but I feel like it has a real Spawn feel to it that if they did it right, it could be a fucking awesome series or movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
It also started as a comic that was super dark, and then the games are fucking amazing.
Oh, I didn't know it was a comic.
Yeah, I think technically a graphic novel. Yeah, I didn't know until the game comes out. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, but I love the game so much that I figured that out. Ryan, you got any pickups?
No,
No.
sir. Not until you tell me what game we're playing, and then I'm gonna pick it up and beat y'all.
As soon as you stop saying y'all, maybe we'll figure out. So I have one pickup. I'll go first, take it straight into what we've been playing. I picked up Asgard's Wrath 2 on the Quest. This is a game I talked about in here that is like not the first, but the most well-known and well-reviewed actual like full-fledged game on the Quest, the giant RPG. And it was on sale. It's also $60, which is rare on the Quest, and it's on sale for $40. So I got it. The production value is already way higher than most games on Quest, and you can tell that it feels like a full-fledged game, not like, and this isn't a diss, I think these games work great on Quest, but not like a fun pick-up-and-play mini-game arcade type thing. It feels like a real game, but like I said, it's a massive RPG, and I played for probably 40 minutes because I just got it, so can't really judge it aside from that yet. And the only other thing I've actually been playing this week is some Halo Infinite, or the new Operation. That's all I played this week. What about you, Ryan?
Nada.
Cody?
Let's see. Well, I mean, of course, we had the achievement race, but I don't know if I'd include it because I really wasn't playing. I was just,
Just all the same things Casey listed last week.
yeah. So I'll skip all those. I just kind of a refresher after the achievement race. Just been playing. Started a Minecraft server. Been playing with friend Peter and his sister.
Pita.
Then I started Power World. Still right at the beginning of it. I barely done anything in the game. I don't know if I'll stick around with it. I'm not really enjoying it. It's kind of like your normal survival things, but I don't know. It's a little janky. I
Very
built a
grindy.
I built a cabin, and I set up like a little base, and I guess I just put it in the wrong spot because this elephant thing just showed up, killed my one not Pokemon, and then busted the door. Well, somehow he was clipping through the door and killed me while I was inside my house. And then he just sat on my base, and I couldn't like get anywhere near my base without it continuously killing me. So I had to start the game all over. So I don't know if I'll stick with it. I mean, I might keep trying it, just see how far I get into it, but it's okay.
Yeah, that sucks because I was really excited about the game when they announced it because I know it's a Pokemon ripoff as far as art style. And I was like, Pokemon with guns on Xbox? That sounds awesome. And when we got farther into the demo, this was at one of the showcases before it became a massive thing. But then it said it was a survival game. I was like, oh, you lost me. Yeah. I thought that might be why you were actually really interested in it, though. So that's a bummer to hear. The opposite reason why I was worried is why I thought you might like it and you still potentially don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still so at the beginning, so it might
Yeah.
change. I might change how I'm feeling about it.
Didn't you already have 100 achievement points in it? Do they just give achievements in that too?
Yeah, I don't. Let me see.
Not a ton, but for just playing, that's a good amount when you're not playing bullshit games like we were.
Well, it only has 10 achievements, and each one's 100.
Okay.
And the one I have is just says 62% of the people have it, which is catch a Pokemon. I'm sorry, catch a POW.
I wish it said that on the achievement.
Catch
That'd been
'em.
awesome.
Pokemon.
It's nothing like Pokemon. What about this achievement called Catch Up for Your First Pokemon? I don't know about that.
Oh, sorry, that was a typo. It was supposed to say pal. The AI missed that one.
Yeah, I think I just something I play when I don't feel like right now. I've just been playing Minecraft and Power World, and I want to get into Helldivers. I want to try the new What's that?
Sorry. Are you playing
No, you're good.
modded or
Just
vanilla?
regular vanilla. They have added so much to vanilla Minecraft that
Yeah,
in some ways it
feels
feels
modded.
like it feels modded. I mean it makes sense. They just hired a lot of the guys that made mods for it. And
Oh really?
the
I
Mo
haven't kept
Creatures
up with
guy.
Minecraft.
You know the Mo Creatures mod though,
Mhm.
right? They
Yeah.
hired him, and he's been slowly introducing more animals and things
Gotcha.
like that. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I mean,
Yeah.
the stuff I feel like you liked about modded Minecraft is not
Not
really
enough.
there.
Yeah, I like the technological stuff, the miners, the
Oh,
fancy smelters, the automatic quarries, building automation.
Yeah,
That's what I liked about modded Minecraft. I didn't like the wizard bullshit or the stupid like food nonsense and the animals. I don't care about any of that. I want to level this whole friggin' world and extract all the resources from it automatically.
yep.
Cody's
That's all I've been playing.
Cody's been saying I need to make shorts. Should I cut you out there where you just said I like miners? I cut out that
No.
part. No, okay.
No.
That'd be a good first short. Cody, I've seen on your recently played games list, there's like a whole segment before the achievement race where it's like 15 racing games. Were you just trying those out or was somebody else playing?
This is my cousin.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, when he goes over to my dad's house, he
You just like
plays.
racing games?
Yeah.
That's how Cody really had the chance in the achievement race. Cousin did it for him.
Uh-huh.
Did you want to talk about me winning the achievement race at all?
Yeah, my mind is just absolutely fried after that.
I was just being.
I will never do that again.
Never?
No, I wasn't feeling the greatest, and it would have been a problem if I went to work. and I just wanted to sit at home anyways. So I called off work and then just dived into this.
that.
That's right, dude. And I don't think I enjoyed any of it. I don't think I enjoyed any of the games I played. So I will not do that again. I'm down to do achievement races, but when it comes to ties again, I'm just gonna play games I want to play, and what happens is what happens. I'm not.
What about all the gamer porn?
Oh man, that loses its meaning when they're coming from Bluey and trying to think of some of the other ridiculous
Butthole.
Cat's Butthole.
Pretty close. That's funny because oh shit, I thought I was about to pee on you. Oh my god, there's our first short. That's funny because I definitely you text me something like that your brain was rotting or something. I definitely got that feeling, but at the same time, I thought it was really fun playing those games, just seeing it build up and back and forth. So sadly, you had nothing but bad experiences because even though it felt like my brain was falling apart, I was enjoying the nonsense of the achievements.
Oh yeah, I was just
You're
like
doing the
getting.
nonsense of your cat.
I was also just getting annoyed with you too because I saw you like went to bed at like 2, and then at 5:30 I saw you like active on the Xbox app, and I was like, oh, fucking great. And then
Gummies.
you just kept reacting. Yeah, I just picture you just mashing gummies in the basement.
Your
Casey has this
gamer
weird
gummies and
habit of just you open a pack of gummies and then you do like this mashing thing with it and eat it. And I don't know why my mind was just like, yeah, Cody's just fucking waking up at 5:30 in the morning and mashing gummies.
See, it's
gamer
funny that you
fuel.
felt that way because I was the same way on the other end, and especially when you found a fucking DPS game and doubled it on Windows. I was like, this motherfucker.
Cheater.
So we were having the same feeling. I feel like we fed off each other, being like, this fucking asshole. And just kept building off each other. But it's still fun to me, even though I felt like I wanted to stab myself in the head.
Yeah, and then you said I would have won if I would have played or finished getting all the achievements for Bluey, but would I have really won?
You would have won a one-way trip to an insane asylum.
Yeah.
And you would have won Pride. So yeah, I guess if you don't care about Pride, yeah, you wouldn't have won, Cody.
That trophy would be sitting right next to you, bud.
I know, man.
Right? It never gets farther than arm's reach away from me.
Have you gotten the loser's letter or whatever he does?
No, he's supposed to have that ready by April 8th. See,
I feel like he's not gonna do it.
aim for pizza for everybody.
I feel like with him, I think he'd rather just pay for it and not put the effort in.
That's gonna be expensive. So if he's gonna be that dumb, that's fine by me. I mean, my pizza's already getting paid, and I still think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
There's an idea I had that what if we picked a game a month that we're all interested in, not for a race or anything, and just play it to talk about in here. Like pick next month to be Bluey the video game 2,
I'm
and
down.
then we play it for a month and to have something to all talk about.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't guarantee I'll always play them, but
Yeah, I mean, we could also you have to commit to finishing it if you fucking hate it or if it's broken or something. But I feel like it'd be fun to try and finish it, and that's why I think it'd also be good to get games that are beatable and not endless games.
I mean, you could get endless games and just you don't have to have a definite end in it,
Yeah.
like Helldivers 2 or something.
Oh yeah, I
Is
mean,
Is that not a campaign-based game?
No, it seems like game as a service,
Is it?
as far as I know. I haven't
Hmm.
played it yet. I haven't
I know
watched
it's
much
been getting a lot
content.
of flack in the media about kind of like the underlying tones, like the propaganda it's pushing on people.
The parody of propaganda.
Well,
I think it's pretty obvious what it's doing.
I don't know. I've just been some of my podcasts, more liberal podcasts, have been talking about it.
Really? Have they
No.
not seen like the what's the movie that it's based on, Casey?
Starship Troopers.
Yes,
Starship Troopers. I know it's based on a book, but it's more like the actual movie. That's
They don't like that either.
what in the world? It's almost like anti-fascist. It's such a parody.
Huh? There's a lot of controversy.
You sure there's a lot of controversy, or just in echo chambers?
I don't know.
Because that's hard for me to. Because once you get out in the real world and you realize, like, oh, it's only people on the internet talking about this stuff.
Probably.
'Cause I feel like I've only seen love for the game.
We probably have different media outlets that we listen to.
No, I mean like just I'm not. This is not even like a liberal conservative thing here. I swear.
Yeah.
It's just like shorts and people that played the game.
Yeah.
Dang,
They're probably
I don't
just
know.
paid by the creators or something to say good things.
I don't know. I'll have to play it and see.
Let us know next week.
I'm not against endless games. We could definitely do some of those. I think it'd be fun to find games that have finite endings because then we could all discuss it easier. I feel like if you play endless games, we might all be playing like different parts, which is fun in its own way to talk about. So yeah, I'm not against that. I just thought we could find finite games to be able to discuss it. The
So
first
you
one,
just continuously fill my schedule, my life up.
well, endless games is gonna do that even more.
You can just continuously just first the podcast and achievement race.
And now a monthly game you have to complete.
yeah,
and have
yeah.
an essay written on.
Yep.
Just like a third time full-time job.
Hey, he didn't finish last. He's not writing the essay, okay? The first one could be a mixture of that, but we'd have to buy it. We could all buy South Park Snow Day.
I didn't like the Stick of Truth. Is it the same thing?
It's different, and it's only $30.
Is that out?
The end of this month or something.
Yeah, I wanted to play that anyways. I could do that.
All right. Do it. It's co-op, so get into what we've been watching though. Brian? What have you been watching?
Say my name?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was seeing if it was on PC, and it is. What have I been watching?
Crossplay though.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't want to play with you anyways.
all right. Fair enough.
I don't know. What have I been watching? I feel like I've been watching something. Not really. I didn't make notes about it this week, so I don't think I watched anything
All right.
other than the Borderlands trailer.
What do you think of that?
I don't know. I'm mixed.
What do you
I'll
mix
probably
on?
watch it, but I don't know. Just the characters, the casting. So I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
Cody, have you watched that trailer yet?
No.
Well, what have you been watching, Cody?
I finished 1,000-Pound Sisters. Great show. Can't recommend it enough. Very, very wholesome. Feel good. Sad show. And then watching. Got back into WWE.
Like current WWE?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a really good storyline with Cody Rhodes and this whole like bloodlines thing they're doing with The Rock and Roman Reigns. Yeah, I have a coworker that's pretty into wrestling, and it's just we watched the Royal Rumble together, and then just got me back into it. I'm not like super up to date on it. I don't know how long I'll keep up with it, but been enjoying it. I'll definitely try to keep up with it till WrestleMania. Then I think SmackDown's coming to the shot, and then I don't know. He's telling me there's rumors that SummerSlam might be at First Energy this year.
Heard that. Are you gonna go to SmackDown?
I don't think so. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah. That's one of those things that, like football games, you can get a bad seat and still see it unless the stadium's terrible. But the only time I saw wrestling was the Upper Bowl at an arena, and I was, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So sad.
You
That's
bring your
interesting.
binoculars?
It was back then, so we did bring them, but
Mhm.
it was still. I feel like you picture it how you see it, especially as a kid on TV, and that's just not
Mhm.
what you're seeing.
Yeah.
That's interesting to see you're back into it though, because I feel we talked a couple times and so you couldn't get into current wrestling at all, and I'm the same way.
Yep. So back into it. I don't know. I feel like people that are in the know are like saying it's a pretty good storyline right now, and just add on the background while you don't have to sit there and watch. Just
Yeah.
skip over, especially if someone's wrestling I don't care about, or there's some sort of drama going on that I don't care about. I'll just skip through it. It's very, very like easy to watch now because the new stuff, new SmackDown, new Raw are on Hulu, and then all the pay-per-views are on Paramount.
Paramount, man. After this game, I can't wait to look at the lineup of games that are going to be on Paramount Plus on my way home.
It's like, wait, what's happening? I forgot all about that obvious ad read that guy did.
Oh shit! Anything else you've been watching?
Nah, that's it.
I haven't watched a whole lot this week either. I saw a movie I hyped up quite a bit, so I won't talk too much. Saw it again, Argyle in the theater. My dad, 'cause he wanted to see it. The only thing I'll add is Sam Rockwell. I said how he's one of my favorite actors. I think very underrated. He would make him a fucking great Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie. I think better than Tom Holland would, for sure. That he's not Nathan Drake. And I picked up on that and this actually the first time. I just forgot to say it. They bring up Steve Jobs twice in this movie, which I think is very forced since it's an Apple movie. I think, I mean, when they say it, it makes sense, but I feel like when they have a giant Apple logo at the beginning of the movie, and then they say Steve Jobs twice in the movie, it's just a little off-putting. It kind of takes you out of it. Um, that was at the theater though. The only other things I've watched at home, a lot of sports, and we watched our weekly show Halo. I think it's one of the better episodes, better than it has been. And
You said last week was the best episode.
I think that was one of the best. And I think this is better than
Even better?
no, not this is better than like those are just there, not
Gotcha.
yeah. And then watched another episode of the documentary I told you about last week, Ryan, War on the Floor, the NLL documentary, lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one episode left, so it's sad because it's been really good. But that's all I've been watching. You guys been listening or reading any books? Cody, I know it's been a little bit since you've been on here.
Yeah. I was gone for a book club actually. The book's called The Men We Need. God's purpose for the manly man, the avid indoorsman, or any man willing to show up. Just about he's definitely clearly like a nerdy guy, writing about the aspects of men, and I don't know, it's interesting. It almost feels like something like if you remove religion from it, I feel like something I wish I'd have had when I was like 18.
Hmm.
Almost like required reading.
Were
Yeah.
you so you were actually like reading it, not listening to it?
Yeah. I actually read
You
it.
feel more manly now?
No, I mean that's not what it's. I mean the title is clearly like making a joke
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be, but it's more like, I don't know. I'm awful at describing this, but if you just go read a synopsis on it, it'll probably describe it way better than I could.
Yeah.
Then I read The Life and Ministry of Reverend Ivan Voronov. He was a Pentecostal minister that got disappeared during one of the Soviet purges. So this guy went and took all of the internal letters from churches that were written about him because there's not much known about him. They still don't know what happened to him.
Hmm.
Him and his wife got taken in the middle of the night during one of Stalin's purges. It's about what happened to him and his kids through their letters. It was pretty good. Pretty interesting. That is it. That's all I read.
Very nice. I actually haven't done anything this week. Ryan?
I haven't read anything, but Cody mentioned Stalin, and
Big way.
I don't remember if I talked about this, but I watched the. You know what it's called? Stalin Dead or something. I don't know. It's about Stalin. It's like a comedy.
Oh, it's a great
about
movie.
what's it called again? Stalin.
Got Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Stalin.
You're always stalling, and we can figure out.
Yeah, just keep on Stalin for me.
The Death of Stalin.
Yeah, so good. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I talked. Did I talk about that? I can't remember.
I'm familiar.
Have you seen that, Cody?
Yeah, I wanted to. We were in Boston when it came out, and it was playing in one of the theaters there. But
Ah.
Renee
Oh, yeah,
has
I
like a
think I remember
huge.
that.
Yeah, remember Renee has a huge rule about like no movies while we're on vacation or something.
Yeah.
You could do this at home.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's a
that
hater.
I just watched that recently. That was really good. And then I don't know if we talked about it, Cody, but Windy City Heat. Do you know about that?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, we talked about. That's
Yep.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So I
Perry
want to see that. We
Perry
gotta set up a
Caravello.
time.
Dude's wild.
Mhm.
Anything else random you guys want to top up before we wrap it up here?
I did see. No, you're speaking that, Ryan. Somebody had edited a super long cut of Perry. I want to say it's almost 4 hours. I think it also includes the movie. I think it's like all of the clips, well, it's the whole movie plus like bonus clips and
Yeah.
maybe stuff that was cut.
The director's cut.
Yeah, but there's like even older stuff in it, like maybe stuff they recorded before they did the movie.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm definitely down to. Like I said, it's like one of my favorite movies. I'd only just recently found it, maybe like a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I looked more into like because we were talking about Joe Rogan saying like he didn't want to talk about the guy on the podcast. It's not because the guy's crazy or whatever. He almost feels bad for him.
Mhm.
Because I feel like his whole career is just people shitting on him. And he's in this weird gray area where you're like, is he in on? Yeah, is he in on the joke? Does he know what's happening? Has he really been dedicated to this whole like character for this long?
Like Nathan Fielder.
Yeah, or what's the Jewish guy that plays the super Italian guy, Casey, all the time on stage? It's a famous comedian. Oh, okay. He always does the nursery rhymes.
Borat?
No.
My wife.
Dang it,
I
dude.
wasn't
What is
sure
his
at all.
name?
Now Ryan's making me feel like I do know, even though I don't.
Hickory Dickory Dock. Oh, Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh.
So I don't know if he's like in that or what it is, but I guess Joe Rogan refuses to watch Windy City Heat as well because he feels bad for the guy. But I don't know. He's very, like I said, he's got a live show on YouTube too. That's just the chat just antagonizes him. But I can't tell. Is he in on it? Does he like? Is this a character? He's just feeding off the con. I have no idea what's going on with it. Which maybe that's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
But that is it. Perry Caravello.
Right. Anything else for
All
get out
I
here,
got.
Ryan? I rock the camera away.
Yeah, I'm good.
Didn't make any noise. I don't know if mine did the same thing.
It doesn't pick up claps. There we go.
I not come.
No, yours didn't come to me there.
Yeah, sometimes it cuts your laughing off too, Casey.
I wonder if it's also cutting out words too, like in the recording.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't cut out any words.
Yeah.
All right. Well,